Good morning students, welcome back to online classes. Today we are going to see about the topic what is the simple harmonic motions. So last classes we have taken the introduction about oscillatory motions. In that there we have seen that what is periodic motions, what is non-periodic motions. So periodic motions means it takes regular intervals of time. Non-periodic motions means it takes unintervals of time, that is non-periodic motions. Okay, so these are the topics we have discussed in last classes. Now we are going to see about that. An important topic is simple harmonic motions. So what is called simple harmonic motion? It is also one of the oscillatory motions and it is simply called as SHM, and it is simply called as the SHM. Okay, see here. So let us take for that we are taking one examples. Take a ball, okay, and tie at the one end of the string and rotate the ball with a uniform angular speed in the horizontal plane. See, how will you observe? See, can you imagine that? Imagine. Take a ball, tie it at one end of the string and you have to rotate up. Okay, you have to rotate it according to the horizontal plane. Rotate it according to the horizontal plane. At one end of the string it is fixed and another end you have rotated with some center point and it makes in a horizontal plane with a constant angular speed. So it is rotated. So it is considered as a uniform circular motion. So it is considered as a uniform circular motions. And also you know that what is the displacement? In last classes itself I have discussed what is the displacement? That is velocity into time. That is velocity into time. Here you are rotating the ball in the angular speed. So I am considering that rotation's velocity is omega and t is the time. So instead of theta you have taken as theta is equal to omega t. Can you understand? Yes. So this is the topic. Now you can imagine, okay, let us take this the two planes. One is the x-axis and another one is the y-axis. So at time t is equal to 0, at time t is equal to 0, the particle is at in the rest positions. So when the particles, imagine that the particles goes on moving. So it goes on moving to the particular point. So see here, it is also one of that horizontal plane means it also one of the oscillatory motion means oscillatory motions only. See, this is the mean position. This is the mean position. So if it is a mean position means the ball rotates to the maximum extreme position in the left side and maximum extreme position in the right side. So that a simple harmonic motion, it is also called as an oscillatory motions. Can you understand, students? Let us imagine, see, if I am rotating this is the horizontal plane means the ball comes on this position and this position and this is the center. So this is the radius is taken as A. Taken as the radius is A. Taken as the radius is capital A. Okay, taken the radius of the capital A. See, if I am taken this particles is to be rotated. What is that simple harmonic motion, oscillatory motion? It is rotated to and fro. It is rotated to and fro. So about it mean position. So if you are considering this is the mean position means it is the extreme positive direction. This is extreme negative directions. Like that the particle is rotated. Is it right? Yes. So in that same way with the oscillatory motions I am considering in the rotation motion in the horizontal plane means taken. This is the extreme mean position means it is the extreme negative direction, it is extreme positive direction. That means it along the negative x-axis and it is along the negative positive x-axis. Okay. See, if the particle is rotated and moving at position this position. Can you imagine this? It is rotated and moving at this position P. Okay. If it is in the position P means what is the angle? See here. So if you are the particle is here, theta is equal to 0. This is theta is equal to 0 and you know though that it is theta is equal to 90 degree. Is it? Yes. Now the theta is moving to some particular point. So you are considering this point is the P. So when I am taking that particles forces acting along the x-axis and acting along the y-axis and it is horizontal, it is projected. The particle P is projected. So I am taking another particle. So I am considering another particle P is projected by the particle P. Okay. So when I am taking this P means what is this? This is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, this is the y-axis and this is the x-axis. Can you remember that in kinematic equations of motions I am explaining one projected motions. See, if I am projecting some particles, okay, so that maximum height, what is this? Range. The maximum height is called as the range. That angle theta, see, it is makes an projected. You are projected now, so it makes an angle theta, some particular angle theta. So that initial velocity is resolved into two components. So there the force is resolved into two components. That is u sin theta theta. Can you remember these things? U sin theta and this is U cos theta. Sorry, sir. This is U cos theta. This is U cos theta and this is U sin theta. Can you remember this? If in the kinematic equations of motions, the force is resolved into two components. One is the horizontal components, another one is the vertical components. The horizontal component means it is taken as the cos theta and vertical component means it is taken as the sin theta. So here the velocity U is resolved into two components. Can you remember that? So the same thing only you are discussing here. Okay. See, if the particle is projected at some point means I am taking the speed as. So see here, this is the y-axis. This is the negative y-axis. Am I right? Because this is the positive y-axis. So it is a negative direction. So what is this? It's a negative y direction. It is the positive x-axis you are denoting that. Then what is this axis? Minus x-axis. That's all. So here also the displacement, the theta, the angle is resolved into two components. One is that cos omega t. So you know that that is theta when theta is equal to 0. But if the particle is now moving, so it makes an angle pi. It makes an angle pi. It makes an additional angle. So that I am writing that theta, that is omega theta plus pi. See here, this is the angle theta. You are making that the phase angle. The pi is called as the phase angles. Okay. See here. So the particle is projected into two axes. One is the negative directions and another one is the negative y direction. Another one is the negative x directions. Can you understand this? So from that simply I need to say these are all we have to discuss on next topic, velocity, accelerations. Now what I need to say here, so the displacement. So the displacement can be taken as x of t. X of t means the displacement is changes with respect to time. See here, because when the particle is at the rest position, t is equal to 0. When the particle is moving means the time also be changes now. So that's why I am representing x of t, y of t. So when x of t means, what is that? X of t. So this is the parallel axis. Parallel means you can use that function as a cos. So what is the cos? That is omega t. You know that theta is equal to omega t plus pi. Pi is an additional angle because now the particle is moving to some particular positions. Okay. And also you need to say one thing, ma. See, this is the angle theta. So what is that alternate angle? The alternate angle is also be theta. See, I am explaining here. See here. So this is the angle theta. So what is that alternating angle? That is also be theta. That is also be theta. So when is the perpendicular? So what is this? So the total angle can be represented as 90 minus theta. That is perpendicular. If it is the angle theta means the alternate angle is also be a theta. So when I am drawing perpendicular line means what is the remaining area? 90 minus theta. Because see here. What is this? See here. So this is the perpendicular. Okay, this is the perpendicular. This is a perpendicular angle. So what is this? Is the theta means what is this angle? 90 minus theta. So it is easy way to represent the angles. Okay, these and all we are going to discuss in the next classes. What does this means? What is called simple harmonic motion? Simple harmonic motion is an oscillatory motion and it has the displacement in x-axis means you can represent it the A. What is A, ma? A is the maximum amplitude. What is A? Maximum amplitude. Amplitude means what? Maximum displacement. Maximum displacement. Here we are representing the radius is A. Okay. So what is called amplitude? A means amplitude. Amplitude means maximum displacements. These and all we are going to discuss in next classes. Okay. And you know that from that I need to say what means in the x-axis it has the function as the A cos omega t plus phi. And in y-axis it is represented in the A sin omega t plus phi. Can you understand, students? So in simple harmonic motion, the displacement in the x-axis it is a function of the cosine and y-axis it is a function of the sine. Okay, in the y-axis means this axis that is perpendicular. So perpendicular means you know that is sine theta. So what is the theta? Theta is equal to omega t plus addition because the particles at time t is equal to 0, but it moves some positions. So it makes an angle theta. So that theta is called as the phase angle, phasor angles. You can say that. So these things first we need to understand. The next topic we are going to see about what is the velocity. See, I am telling now the particle is rotated about its horizontal plane. So what is the velocity? What is the acceleration? What is the displacement? So in order to find the displacement, the maximum displacement is the amplitude. So what is the A term? So these things are you are going to see in this today classes. Can you understand now? Yes, students, the next topic is velocity. See, you know that first class I am discussing what is simple harmonic motion and what is the examples and what are the displacements. How will you say that displacement in x-axis? A cos omega t plus pi. In y-axis, A sin omega t plus pi. So omega t plus pi, what is that? That is a, you know that theta is the angular position and this is the angular velocity here. So this is the position, this is the displacement. When the particle moves at the time t is equal to 0 means 0 and it goes on some particular point. Okay, is it the theta? Last class is itself we are discussing this. You know that what is theta? Angular position. Omega angular velocity at a time t, some time increases means it makes a phase angle. What is the phi? Phi is the phase angles. So I hope you understand this topic. The next topic is we are going to discuss what is the velocity in SHM. So what is the velocity? So you know that in similar direct manner you can find out. So what is the velocity? Distance divided by time taken. In general formula, velocity is equal to change in the position with respect to time. Change in the displacement with respect to time. So this is the general formula. If you are using in direct mathematical expression, you can directly derive it because you know that x of t is equal to a cos omega t plus phi. So what is when I am differentiating? So when I am differentiating this equation means what is the answer? X of t divided by dt with respect to time I am differentiating means what is that answer I am getting? A. What is the cos omega t plus pi? Sin omega t plus pi. Sin omega t plus pi. With respect to omega I am differentiating again. So I am getting the answer omega. Therefore I am getting the answer A omega sin omega t plus pi. So this is the answer I am got it when I am doing in a mathematical expressions. Can you understand, ma? Can you understand? This is general formula. So this is the velocity. This is the velocity of the particle when it is moves in its uniform circular motions. So it is easy way to derive in a mathematical performance. Can you understand, ma? So last class you are discussing what is x of t. X of t is equal to a cos omega t plus pi. So what is the velocity formula? Distance divided by time taken. So I am differentiating this with respect to time. So when I am differentiating this means what is the answer? A is a constant. So I am writing that A. Cos omega t plus pi. So when I am differentiating cos theta, when you are differentiating the cos theta means the answer is sin theta. Yes, that is cos omega t plus pi is sin omega t plus pi. See, again one t term is there because I am differentiating with respect to time. So again there is one t term. So see here this is the t term. So with respect to t, I am differentiating the omega means what is the answer? Omega. Can you got it? So in the short way I am writing that A omega sin omega t plus pi. So this is the answer when I am differentiating that displacement along the x-axis directly. But in order to explain in a geometrical performance, see I am doing here. See, let us consider this is the center point. Okay, this is the center point, and this radius is a, and this radius is a. I am taking that circle radius is a, and the particle is at the time t is equal to 0. Now the particle is moving at a particular position. See, this is the particular position. So it makes a now angular displacement is theta. Now the particle is projected. Imagine another particle. So it is a p dash. Okay, in a tangential way I am writing that because in uniform circular motion the particle is moving with a velocity v. You know that. Can you remember that in centripetal acceleration topic we have discussed. In uniform circular motion the velocity is equal to r into omega because v is a linear velocity and omega is the angular velocity and r is the radius. It is the relationship. In uniform circular motion means there is a constant speed. When you are considering as a constant angular speed, the relationship between the linear velocity and angular velocity is jointed by, is related by the radius. So this is a relationship. Is already we have discussed in earlier classes. Now I am taking that concept here. V is equal to r into omega. Okay. See, now the particle is projected here. So imagine like that p dash is also be another particles projected to and from motion. See, it is imagine this is the mean position means it goes there and it goes there. So this is the mean positions. Can you imagine, ma? See, it is a mean position. It is like this. Imagine it is a simple pendulum. It moves two processes, that is positive x-axis and negative x-axis. So to and fro motions. Okay, that is tangent at any point on the surface. Okay, so this is the p dash means I am taking this. Okay, so what is this? This is the negative y direction. Can you got it, ma? This is the positive y-axis. Therefore, this is the negative y-axis. See, this is the. See, what is this? This is a negative x-axis. Negative x-axis. Can you got it? Because it is a positive x-axis. So what is this motion? It is a negative x-axis. So what I am telling here, so the velocity of the particles is moving along the negative x direction. The component can be written as it is a parallel component and it is a perpendicular component. Parallel component means the velocity is resolved into two components. One is the parallel component, another one is the perpendicular component. Parallel component means here the velocity can be written as v cos theta, and here what is this? V sin theta. So the velocity is now resolved into two components. Can you got it, ma? This is the particular point velocity. This velocity is resolved into two components. One is the parallel. You can ask me what question arises. Ma'am, this is the point. So it is the perpendicular to the axis? No, don't like this. This is the x-axis. So x-axis, this axis is a parallel only. So that I am taking that is the parallel component and here the perpendicular component. This is the parallel component and this is the perpendicular component. This is the perpendicular component. Parallel component means the velocity v cos theta and perpendicular means v sin theta. So instead of theta, you always written omega t plus phi, because you know that what is that angular position when the particle is moving. You know, in a circular motion, in last class I am telling about this relationship. Is it right? Yes. So this is the v cos theta and this is v sin theta. Students, I hope you understood. If you have any doubt, means there is no hesitation. Please call me and clarify your doubt. Okay, see here. So this is the v cos theta and this is the v sin theta. Okay. Next, what I am doing here? So I am taking that. Now I am going to find out the displacement along the negative x direction. So what is the velocity I have to take and consider here? This. So I am considering this v cos theta. It is in a negative direction. Is it right? Yes. So I am writing here. See here, minus v cos 90 minus theta. Why I am denoting minus 90 minus theta, ma'am? Instead of theta, you have to denoting only omega t plus pi only, na? Yes. But here I am projected in a tangential way. So in tangential, see I am drawing this diagram. See here. So when the particle is moving to the position is p. So this makes an angle theta. So this theta is equal to omega t plus pi. But you know that in alternate wave, the angles are all to be equal. See here, if it is a theta means the alternate angle also must be theta. So when I am projected, when I am taken that velocity is in tangential manner, means what is this? This is the right angle, 90 degree. Is it right? Yes. So this is the angle theta means what is the remaining angle? What is this remaining angle? 90 minus theta. So what is the remaining angle? 90 minus theta. Can you remember, ma? So if you are considering this is a tangential position, right angle degree means this is the theta means what is the angle? 90 minus theta. You know that. See here, it is a right angle theorem. Okay, this is theta. Therefore, what is this remaining area? That is 90 minus theta. Because another one example I am showing here. See, this is the right angle. Is it right? Yes. This angle is 30 degree. So what is the remaining angle? You can easily say this is the 60 degree. How will you say that? So you just minus, subtracting, that is 90 degree minus theta. So this is the way of denoting that. Therefore, in tangential way, I am considering that velocity. So the angle is the 90 minus theta. So what is that theta? You have to denote that omega t plus pi. Okay, you got theta. And minus v representing the, I am taking the velocity along the negative x direction. Therefore, minus v. What is the cos 90 minus theta? Is a trigonometric functions. Can you remember that cos 90, note it, take your pencil, note it, these are not in your book. From this point itself you have to note it in your book, and this is directly they are denoting the equation 14.9 in your book. So these and all is not in your book, so that I am demonstrating these in a explained manner. So take your pencil and note all those points. Okay, see, note that what is the trigonometry function? Cos 90 minus theta, which is equal to sin 90, sin theta, which is equal to sin theta. Cos 90 minus theta, which is equal to sin theta. See here, cos 90, what is the theta? Omega t plus pi. Okay, got it. Next, what is this? Minus v cos 90 minus theta, which is equal to sin theta. So what is the theta? Omega t plus pi. So I am taking that. Therefore, I am taking that the displacement along the negative x directions in this expression is minus v sine omega t plus pi. So this is the velocity. This is the velocity which is equal to minus v sine omega t plus pi. What is the v? Here v is the linear velocity. In order to change it is in the angular velocity. What is that relationship? V is equal to r omega. So I am replacing that v term and changing it. What is the r? Radius. What is the radius? Here I am taken capital A. So I am replacing capital A omega sin omega t plus phi. So this is the velocity when I am representing along the x direction. See, this is in your book. The equation number is 14.9. Yeah, they are giving in a direct manner. I am explaining these and alls. Okay. See, now I am comparing. What is this answer? Minus A omega sin omega t plus phi. What is here? Same answer. A omega sin omega t plus phi. You can ask me, ma'am, it is in the negative side, but here's the positive side. Here the displacement is taken along the positive x direction. Here I am taking the displacement along the negative x directions. That is the difference. But the both answers are, when I ignoring the magnitude, the value of the both velocity component along the x direction, it should be same when it is in a mathematical form and also in a geometrical manner. I hope you understand, students. So this is the velocity. This is the velocity in the simple harmonic motions. Okay. See, next topic is the acceleration. Next topic is acceleration. So what is the acceleration? You know that the velocity formula is distance divided by time taken. Therefore, the acceleration formula is velocity divided by time taken. Already I got it. What is the velocity? I got it in the last classes. That is v of t, which is equal to a omega sin omega t plus phi. Is it? This is the equation 14.9 in your book. So what is the velocity? A omega, that is a means radius, and omega and sin omega t plus phi. So this is the relationship I got in the velocity. Now I need the acceleration term. So what is that acceleration? You know that formula. Acceleration is equal to velocity divided by time taken. So what is the velocity here? See here, acceleration formula is velocity divided by time taken. So what is the velocity? Distance divided by time taken divided by dt. So in shortly you can written as d of x comma t divided by dt square. Can you got it? So velocity means acceleration is equal to dx square, d square x divided by dt square. You can easily written as. Okay. See here. So I am writing that d divided by dt. So what is the velocity divided by time taken? Already I know that. That is the velocity. I got it there in negative x-axis, negative along the negative x directions. I got it. See here, in order to representing the minus. Okay, see here. So minus a omega sin omega t plus phi. So when I am differentiating this, what is the answer? With respect to time, I am differentiating. Minus a, it is a constant. So I am denoting minus a. Omega, it is a constant, denoting omega. Sin omega t plus phi. What is that sin theta? When I am differentiating sin theta means cos theta. Therefore cos omega t plus phi. With respect to t, again I am differentiating, you get one omega. Therefore you return minus a omega into omega square cos omega t plus phi, which is equal to minus omega square. What is the a cos omega t plus phi? You know that this is the displacement along the x-axis. So I am denoting that x of t. So this is the acceleration in a simple harmonic motions. Can you understand, ma? See, first of all, what is the velocity? You got it in the equation 14.9. Velocity is equal to minus a omega sin omega t plus phi. So why I am denoting minus? Because you are taking the particles that it is moving along the negative. See here, negative x-axis. You can arise the questions again and again. Why I am denoting negative means I am taking these particles projected along the negative x-axis. So the velocity component is taken as the negative. Okay. See, what is the acceleration formula? In order to find the acceleration, what is the acceleration formula? Velocity divided by time taken. Okay. So what is the velocity? V of d. So you have to differentiate. So velocity divided by time taken. So velocity means distance divided by time taken. What is the distance I am taking here? Negative x-axis. So with respect to time. So what is the negative x direction? Minus a omega sin omega t plus phi. So in order to, I am differentiating this. How will you differentiating? First of all, you know that when I am differentiating sin theta, what is the answer? Cos theta. So minus a omega cos omega t plus phi. So in order to differentiating the time again, I am getting another omega term. So what is the final answer? A omega into omega square cos omega t plus phi. So again I am taking that minus a cos omega t plus phi. That can be written as the x of t, because this is the displacement. In general, in simple harmonic motion, I am telling the two displacement. One is along the x-axis, another one is along the y-axis. What is the x-axis formula? A cos omega t plus phi. So I am taking this term as x of t. So this is the acceleration. This is the acceleration of the particles when it is projected p dash along the negative x direction in the simple harmonic motions. Okay, thank you.